Hello students. I thought that I would go through some basics about Excel using your second Excel exercise as an example. What you're going to find in the assignments themselves within eCollege is a standard for formatting your spreadsheets. So the very first thing you're going to do when you open a spreadsheet that has data in it like this, or before you ever turn one in, either to me or to an employer, is to format the data correctly so that's easy to see, easy to read. So you notice that in this particular case, these cells are addressed by the column and row intersection. So you see that we're active cell is in cell A1. You can see that the cells aren't wide enough for the data that's being stored there. Now there are a number of ways that you can fix this. One of the quickest ways is to select the entire worksheet, double click on any of the cells, and it will automatically make the cell wide enough for the data that's stored there. So that's a pretty easy thing to do. There are lots of ways to do everything in Excel, and that's one of the simple ones. Now you'll also notice that we're told these are tickets sold by salesperson, and we have a campus travel kind of a project that goes all the way through your textbook. So what we're looking here to do are to figure out the subtotals for each one of the salespersons, the maximum minimum number of tickets sold, as well as the average number of tickets sold. And in order to get that subtotal, we're going to use the subtotal function, which is much easier than going through and doing this manually. Before we do that, we want to give our worksheet a heading. So if you'll click on row 1, I always use right click because I'm very used to right click. Select insert and you'll get a new row. Now highlight the area that you, well, first of all, just type in the heading. So we're going to call this tickets sold, and then you'll want to highlight the area of that worksheet over which you want the heading centered. So if we center just tickets sold in cell A1, it's going to be centered within just cell A1. So it's not going to cover as a heading the entire data set. So we can select the area over which we want it centered, and then select in the data ribbon merge and center. And you'll notice that it merged all 4 of these cells together, took out the lines, and it centered our heading. Now one of the easiest things to do in Excel is to do cell styles and formatting. And back in the olden days when I was using Excel, every bit of this had to be done manually. But if you'll notice on this first ribbon, this ribbon looks exactly like the ribbon in Microsoft Word. All of the formatting for your numbers, the text, the colors, the backgrounds, bold, all of these are exactly the same as in Word, and they all work identically. So we have this handy cell styles selection, and all of your fonts, backgrounds, lines, any of the accents, those are all already set up for you. So you can make this one heading 1, which not only increases the font size, changes the color, but also includes an underline. Then highlight the column headings, and you could call those heading 3. Now what happened when we did that? You'll notice that the cells are no longer wide enough. We can go back and individually double click on those, or as we did before, we can highlight the entire worksheet, double click anywhere in the column headings section, and the Excel will automatically open that up for us.